press colleagues there.
Great, thank you. And now, before I let you go, I just want to read out a statement that was just given to me on the political situation in Iraq. The Secretary General welcomes the forward movement towards government formation in Iraq. He also commends Iraqi President Fuad Massoum for having charged Dr. Haider al-Abadi, in accordance with the Iraqi constitution, with the formation of a new government. He encourages Dr. al-Abadi, Prime Minister designate, to form a broad-based government acceptable to all components of Iraqi society in accordance with the constitutional timeframe. The Secretary General is concerned that heightened political tensions, coupled with the current security threat of Islamic State, could lead the country into even deeper crisis. He strongly urges all political parties and their supporters to remain calm and respect the political process governed by the Constitution. The people of Iraq deserve to live in a safe, prosperous, and stable country, one that all groups in Iraq, including religious and ethnic minorities, can meaningfully contribute to and feel as their own.
Nizar Aboud of Al Mayadeen Television in Lebanon. My question is regarding the safety of these people, even those who managed to go through Syria and arrive into Duhok or other parts of Kurdistan. How safe is it there, and whether the regional countries such as Turkey, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and others are considering taking some of these refugees, since the conflict is not confined to a particular area, and what seems to be safe today may not be safe tomorrow. Are you considering contingency plans to transfer some of those refugees to other countries, temporarily at least in camps? You spoke about the heat, the sweltering heat in that region. Of course, other parts may not be as hostile as it is in that terrain, in the mountains and other areas.
Over to you, Kieran.
Thank you, Nizar. It's an extremely fluid situation at the moment. And the displacement, the pattern of displacement, for example, since June, where 650,000 people have been displaced, apart from the situation in the mountain, the Sinjar mountain I've described, the pattern is typically that people are absolutely fearing of their lives. The armed groups are moving very quickly and very violently, but people jump in their car. They're mostly moving by car and move rapidly to the next village, and then the next village, and then the next village. So they're moving very quickly. They're internally displaced people. They're not refugees. So in relation to moving them to another country, I mean, first of all, we must respect the principles of these things, and these people have a right to choose, and certainly the United Nations would never simply move them to another country. In relation to whether people may seek to do that and what the regional countries should or shouldn't do, I mean, at this point in time, I certainly wouldn't be commenting on that and in individual countries, and more importantly, the people themselves and their rights need to be respected in this regard. But what I would stress is that first of all, they're not refugees as such. These are Iraqi citizens. Second of all, in their own country. Second of all, it's so fluid that it's hard to see the long-term solution at this point in time, and we simply have to do right now everything possible to keep people alive and to help them have some sense of normalcy. And again, I focus on what my UNICEF colleagues have been saying. You know, the school year is supposed to start here in September. 650,000 people displaced from their homes, putting also an enormous strain on their host communities, who are very welcoming and very helpful, but under immense stress. Duhok Governorate is a very poor part of Kurdistan. It was already not doing it easily, and this puts an immense strain on them. So we need to stabilise as best we can. I agree with you completely, Nizar, that in the fluid situation we have right now, security-wise, security is absolutely paramount. And for the people coming off the mountain, as I said, they have a very dangerous time once they get off the mountain before they get to a safe place, making sure until they can get at least into a place where the Kurdish regional authorities have control, that's the first step in getting them into a secure place. Stabilising that security is absolutely critical. And you're correct. What is safe today, we can't guarantee that at the moment, but all efforts are being made to see that that's the case. But we have to work with the local, regional and national authorities who have the responsibility for security.
Great. Thank you.
Just follow up on
very
that.
Quick, very quick follow-up.
Yeah. Why aren't they, anybody considering, airlift, sending helicopters into that region, and they can save a lot of lives if they do that?
Nizar, if you mean on Sinjar Mountain directly, there have indeed been some airlift from the mountain by helicopters, by Iraqi government helicopters. I can say that I've been told it's a very difficult situation to get helicopters onto the mountain. First of all, remember that there's a belligerent and violent armed group trying to get to the people on the mountain. And first of all, you fly into a fire zone, potentially, to get to the mountain. And the mountain is not, in any sense, an easy landing zone. Nevertheless, numbers of people have indeed been taken off that mountain, but equally, they're not gathered in a single space on that mountain. There's not one place. Certainly, airplanes couldn't go there. Helicopters can take limited numbers of people off. They have been doing that. But the numbers are so large that will not address the problem in and of itself. It's one part of the solution, but it's not enough of the solution.
Thank you. Richard?